What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Batman Shadows Edition. Last episode, if I remember right. Well, quiet on the audio. There we go. Sorry, my headphones. Last episode, if I remember right, we got drugged by Lady Arkham or Vicky Vale, and we went and beat the ever-living crap out of a Cobblepot, if I remember right. I think that's what happened last episode. And there's no recap, so we really don't know. Great. So that's what I'm going to say that happened. Say that's what happened. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But this episode, we get to meet a very special someone. Well, this is us replaying episode 4, but we get to meet a very important player in this entire Batman mythos. One of the biggest Batman villains is coming into the story. Here we go.
You have to face the truth sometime.
Retribution, Bruce.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is in black and white. Whoa. Yep. He definitely got drugged, but I think he's being... Oh, wow.
What is this place?
Wow, those eyes.
Breakfast.
Okay, I'm up.
For Christ's sake, put some clothes on. Doctor's making the rounds soon.
Doctor? What doctor?
Wow, I'm sure Bruce isn't doing some other kind of drug just by the look of things.
Arkham Asylum. This can't be happening.
Either that way he hasn't got enough sleep, but I don't think that's it. Okay, not gonna lie, this black and white atmosphere kind of makes this look very... This is extra creepy, actually, looking at it with black and white. With it being black and white, it's just creepy.
Looks like someone was angry.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Also, sorry for not uploading for the last 2 days. I completely forgot. Well, the first episode I didn't get recorded until later, and then I completely forgot all about it because I think I was too busy playing Spider-Man PS4. I've been trying to 100% the new game plus, and I'm close.
Piss,
I'm almost 100%ed it.
I've been asked for rope before.
While my hair, don't mess with me. I want my lawyer.
Out.
Why am I here exactly? All I remember was beating the other. I just
tell me why
remember
I'm in
beating
Arkham Asylum
Cobblepot to
from the
death.
start.
What? Rich boy doesn't remember? Oswald Cobblepot? You beat him to a bloody pulp. Nearly killed him. Landed you here. Any of this ringing a bell?
No, I was out of my
Might as well
mind.
get comfortable. This is your home now. Time to meet your neighbors.
Okay, why was the money
As
highlighted?
you were.
I guess because.
You look just like him. Your father ever tell you about
Oh.
me? How he sent me here? Left me to rot in this goddamn hellhole? Somebody's gotta pay for that.
You'll regret this. Bring it on. I'm so
Gotham
sick of
to
this.
hell. I want your daddy to see what I do to you.
I am so sick of everyone blaming me for what my father did. I'm not him. Hurting me does nothing.
Maybe not, but you're the next best thing.
Wait, hold on now.
Wayne.
I did agree to this. Ah! Yeah, no, this ain't happening. Screw you. Ah! Ah! Break his leg, something. Oh. Why did he have to give him a taser? Ah! What happened to your Batman skills? I guess the Batman skills went away when he got drugged, I guess.
You like this?
The welcoming committee has really gone downhill around here, hasn't it?
What's
Uh-oh.
Rude, churlish, not nice. How do you like it? You are pathetic.
Oh, that's weird.
Buddy,
Actually, that's really weird.
buddy, are you okay?
You don't look so grand.
Thank
More
you.
like the opposite.
Thank you. I appreciate the help.
That is weird looking at John.
If we don't look out
Joker.
for each other, who will?
Right. He doesn't even look that different.
What is going on in here?
Like,
I
at
told you,
all.
Doctor, these creeps were attacking the new guy.
Well, who did that? Was it you?
Of course not.
He looks completely
Mostly over By
fine.
the time I got in.
Other than his
You guys
clothing.
different
Why is his
looks.
shirt not purple? That would be the only one it should be.
Bruce, is that really
Yeah,
what
that's
happened?
what happened.
Go on, tell her.
It was all blur.
I don't really know what happened. It was all a blur.
Seems like you could have experienced another psychic.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that.
The orderly that was here before.
I'm not gonna lie, that arm is really distracting me.
My room. He gave them a taser.
I knew that
You know, in the main game, it's a lot less subtle. Here, it's very obvious.
expect it to
There's
happen so
something wrong with his
I'll
veins.
do my best to keep you safe, but I need you to be careful.
I appreciate that again. Myself,
Nice
you kept
guys
cutting me.
gotta
Appreciate
stick
it.
together. Am I right?
Thank you.
And also his hair. It's actually
glad you're so
green. It's
understanding
flat out
after what
fully
just
green.
happened.
I mean, there's a couple
Good thing
spots that's
help wasn't
black.
far away.
Hey, I'm just looking out.
Unless
for
it's
the
like
new guy.
lighting.
I'm Dr.
Because
John
some of it
Glenn,
looked like it
by
was
the way,
bleached.
head of
Because, you know,
psychiatry.
in this
I'll be
universe,
overseeing
there,
your
we really
case
don't know
personally.
John's origin.
We'll
Joker's
get you
origin,
transferred
I
to a
guess.
new
That would be
room,
John's.
Bruce. One that doesn't
We know
have
how
to
he
worry.
becomes the Joker, but we don't know how
For now, follow me.
the look
I'm sorry, I
happened.
don't think I ever got your name.
Me?
He's never given his name out to anybody.
What?
We just call him John Doe.
Bingo.
And this is where I'm pretty sure the original plan for John was, after this season, he was going to become the Joker. And I don't mean
John is one of
vigilante,
our
I mean he
most
was going to
improved
become the
agents.
normal Joker
He's
as
been with
we all
us for
know
quite
him.
some time.
Probably after
Sure
like a
he'd be
fight
willing
with
to show you
Batman or
around.
something.
Right,
He was
John?
somebody got the title of Joker.
I'll show him the whole 9 yards.
I think it would be best if you stayed by his side. for now.
There's not enough black tiles, you hear me? There's too many white tiles!
Something about Arkham Asylum in black and white, that's just freaky.
You know, Doc, our last session was so enlightening.
That's good to hear. Your next evaluation is in a few weeks. I'm glad you're starting to understand yourself better.
Oh, every day, Doctor.
Ah,
I can't taste anything!
we're not tasting my arm, get off me!
Gotta be more careful, Bruce. Some of these.
It's just weird looking at John, he looks barely any different. Ah, that's just a glitch in the game. That's something they gotta fix even in normal edition.
You remember the first time you let me into the rec room, Doctor?
Yeah, that one, my PS4 just jammed up there.
How could I forget?
Because my game does actually crash at a certain point with the two
Yeah, well,
thing.
No, you need to let me go. I have to warn the president. You're trying to kill me.
You don't know the president.
They don't like it when you try to use the phone.
that's because phones are for staff use only. No exceptions.
Stop that guy from trying. Such persistence.
Wrong number, dumbass.
John! I'll come by to check on you two later.
Don't worry about us, Dr. Leland. I'm gonna take good care of
So freaky. Alright. It's just weird, like, Arkham Asylum in black and white is honestly, it kind of does give me more of like a classic like 1930s vibe. I know black and white is kind of the idea, but it gives me more of that.
Believe it or not, some of these people are crazy. But everyone's friendly, mostly.
Yeah, the thing that also pops out about John is his
Watch
eyes,
yourself
like they're just popping
around
out
those
in
two.
this.
Not a big fan of strangers. And just a little bit, you know, prone to outbursts of violence.
Thanks for the heads up. I appreciate you showing me around like this.
I'm a giver.
What can I say? I always try to keep an eye out for new guys.
Right.
Let's see. On the couch, that's St. Louis.
Still wonder how he gets the white face and green hair, because in this version I don't... Well, we know Batman didn't cause that. Because you probably remember him or someone looking familiar. Yet again, unless they have the Red Hood origin, which I don't believe. So it tells me that in this universe, he didn't fall into chemicals because of Batman. It was more just like a freak accident kind of thing. But there is a...
Ooh, I almost forgot.
Wow, that is rusted.
What is this?
But because in the original, or there's a theory out there, or there's a line somewhere in the first few episodes, or when you're in the Batcave, about a chemical fire happening in Arkham, in Ace Chemicals. Something went wrong, and someone got caught in the middle of a fire, and it exploded, or something happened that could have led something to happen to somebody. The only problem I have with that theory is John Doe's supposed to be here for a long time.
Nothing. I don't know anything. John? I love that guy. Makes me laugh. Wanna know something weird? No one remembers the day John came to Arkham. Not even the doctors. They don't have any record of him ever being committed. You'd think a freak with green hair would be pretty goddamn memorable, right? But yeah.
So Scarface in this universe is a sock puppet. Interesting change.
Batman really did a number on this guy. Just...
Oh yeah, I remember this guy. It's just weird, like... That's what I mean, there's no records of him. So, the most probable way of John getting an Arkham, or Joker, is, well, Thomas Wayne. So either John, because John may have known the Vales, or was related to him, or a family friend, or somehow connected to them. How on earth would he know about them?
The children of Arkham are
How would he
still
know
out
about the
there,
Vales?
and I will not
Bruce
rest
never
until
figured it
these
out.
streets are safe and firmly under my control.
Never anything good on, is there?
Bruce never figured it out. You know, if Bruce can't figure that out, then it's just strange to me.
My enforcement squad has already seen great success. They stopped a massive attack being organized out of a local SkyTrain depot.
Politicians usually bore me to tears, but this one has become a lot more interesting lately.
In my Gotham, no one's above the law, including Bruce Wayne. After his vicious attack on Oswald Cobblepot, I had Mr. Wayne committed to Arkham Asylum, where I hope he'll receive the treatment he's so desperate.
Liar! You threw me in here because I banged your girlfriend, in quote.
Here with friends.
You betrayed me, we used to be friends, I was never his friend. We used to be friends.
I saw all sorts of photos of the two of you.
I don't want to know how you found those photos.
He was my friend.
I kind of like in this universe too that John kind of has more of an obsession with Bruce.
Like you need better friends.
Well, this is the starting of it.
Around here, though. I've looked.
It's just really weird that in this version he's
Mayor
not
Dent announced
evil
the creation
yet.
of a special enforcement squad under his direct command to combat an imminent threat.
I don't know.
from the
Could you
children
really,
of Arkham.
I guess you could
Rest
call
assured,
it evil.
we will find
But he
these
doesn't feel like, you know,
terrorists,
the
their
Joker who would just
stockpile
kill
of
people just to
drugs,
have fun. He
and
kills people just to get
their
to Bruce.
leader, this Lady
I mean, it ain't good he's doing all this, but he doesn't feel like he's just in...
This is.
I mean, it just more feels like he just wants to get under Bruce's skin.
Freaky drug terrorist.
I'm gonna find your drugs.
But this is the only exception.
Their war is going to destroy Gotham.
That's what makes it so funny. All those people.
That's the only time he ever hints at being crazy or evil. That's the only time. Season 2, never again. He never. Well, he kind of lies up people's misery, I guess. He does laugh at misery, but he never really kills anybody. He kills a couple people in possible self-defense. I'm still not sure, and that's been 4 years now since that happened, and I'm not so sure if it was or was not self-defense. But in this universe, to me,
revenge on Cobblepot.
Wait, where was
Publicly
I?
and dramatically. Something entertaining for these newscasters to talk about.
John,
I'm not doing.
Wow, did not mean to come off like
got
that.
that?
Sorry.
It's unfortunate. It really is. I was looking forward to it for a moment.
See, right there, that told me. See, in this here, he was becoming Joker, or he at least
and I can
already was Joker in a way.
Darker.
I mean, even Telltale called him Joker in the titles. They don't call him John Doe.
Tell you enjoy.
But in the rest, they do call him John, not Joker.
If those cops hadn't dragged you off of him, that Cobblepot punk would be dead.
But in season 2, he never kills anybody.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad.
Just because
he deserved it.
He did kill that one guy. I guess he killed a couple people. But he killed people to get to Bruce, to anger him.
Especially a guy like you.
I thought
Clearly
and
takes after
I guess
his
Joker
father.
in no continuity does that too.
It's obvious
to a
that's
certain
why Vicky
extent.
hates you.
But he does
Poor
just kill just
Dad.
to kill.
I'll bump
Because
off
he
her
just loves
parent.
death and
Why would
misery.
my father have the
He's-
veils killed?
Well,
Said
weird
he
as it
killed
sounds,
the
Joker's
Veils.
technically not crazy.
Born in
He's,
Arkham.
there's literally nothing wrong with him. The guy's mentally
Arkham.
sound.
What?
Think about it for.
Did it? No.
Yes, that sounds strange to me, but listen. I'm still not saying what his actions are good. No, I think he's just flat out evil.
They were gonna blow the whistle on
Okay,
for
listen.
your dad.
Normal Joker, the Joker we all know, is evil. There's nothing hinting that he has
Parents
issues with his
murdered,
mind.
leaving her with
He's
an
just-
unquenchable thirst.
Something made him cry. Don't get me wrong, I do believe something just made him
Can relate.
commit evil.
Tragedy can drive people to do some pretty dark
You know,
stuff.
it's weird because I mean,
Yeah, I can relate
does-
to that. Tragedy
Yeah, he
can be a
acts-
powerful motivation.
yeah, he laughs. He laughs about death
knew
and
it.
misery, but he's not
Very
laughing because he has a
good
condition
instance on
of
this sort of
laughter. He
thing.
laughs because he enjoys it. He loves it. He
You
just
and
finds it
Vicky
funny
are
to him.
both dark souls, and now
Oh,
you're
yeah, it's hard for her to go
on a
into a whole new
collision
level, I
course
guess.
Towards each other. That's gotta be fantastic. You see, I know what you really are.
And I questioned if he knew. Okay, and now I'm convinced he knew he was
That's
Batman from
why
season 1.
I really
No way he
wanna
didn't.
Tell you where Vicky's
Why would he
moving
even
from,
tell
but
him?
You're not gonna do.
See, here's what I find
anything
weird.
stuck in here.
Obviously, there was rewrites in when season 2 happened.
So I vote we get
Probably to make him more sympathetic, so you don't want him to become the Joker and
You're
not
Bruce Wayne.
push him to over to
Waynes
the edge and not
always get what they
everyone get a
want.
bad ending,
All
right?
it would take
Probably the reason.
is a phone call.
Most likely the reason.
Well, sure.
The only
but
problem I
there's no
have with that,
Assume I can take care of that. But it's
but in this
come at a
here,
price.
he was Joker.
When I get out of here,
He was practically
you're
Joker.
gonna owe me
I know I talked over him, but I have another. But I guess that's what happens. You can go watch that if you want to hear more. I probably talked over him too. All right, do I owe this guy a favor?
What's one favor
Yeah, sure, what's up?
between friends?
Sure. One favor, that seems fair.
Excellent. We'll have loads of fun. You'll see.
But like I said, this guy to me does give me the villain vibe. That he's gonna become the Joker. Season 2 never gave me the villain vibe. In fact, when I was playing Season 2, I forgot that guy was gonna become the Joker. I didn't even think about it for a while because he was so disconnected from him. Yes, he was weird. Yeah, he was a little mentally off, but I never found him as the villain. This is Joker to me. They're just like a different
Settle a bet.
personality
What happens if you make a tally mark
or a
before
proto Joker.
What are you talking
Is
about?
how this feels in season 1. Not season 2. There's nothing. I mean, he like kind of becomes this guy again.
You can fix that right now.
Only a little later.
Feels like it's itching. Burning. Needs
Actually, in the
get rid of it.
episode 5, if you make him a villain, is when he kind of hints at becoming this.
Stop! Someone give me a sedative! Run, Brucey!
Run!
Alright, stop the fighting or use the phone. Oh, no. What should I do? I could use the phone and get out of here, but I'll stop the fighting. Stop the fighting. Great. 2 days in and I'm
Pretty
really
easily seen.
day in or
Multiple stabbings. One of the orderlies
There's
had
no
a
one
finger
died.
bitten off. And according to John, it sounds like you were right in the middle of it.
I tried to stop it. The whole thing was the sick game. You would understand if you were there.
We're going to look into it further before I feel comfortable making a decision one way or the other.
Understandable. Yeah, but in this version, it just doesn't feel like John or Joker. Well, in season 1, he felt like he was
Wayne's being
only a couple steps away from becoming the
Superintendent
Joker.
says it's a
as we all know.
liability. Having him here creates an unsafe
Or maybe a Dark Knight
environment.
Returns Joker.
His butler's here to collect.
Yeah, maybe more of a Dark Knight Returns Joker.
Seems you have a visitor.
That's why I call this guy Joker. I don't like calling this guy John Doe. I call season 2 Joker is John. That is John Doe. He isn't the Joker. He's not even close yet. Well, until you optionally
What
betray
happened with
him.
those men in your room? The riot with Zaz? You clearly need help.
I'm fine, trust me. I only trust a giant bat at night.
I appreciate
Joel,
this
you don't
moment
do
to
anything
reassure you
weird.
I'm fine.
Night.
You don't know that,
black
Bruce.
suits.
I'm the medical professional.
This is getting
and
into a
from
dark place. So
everything
I'm
I've
going. Okay,
observed,
reverse
you're
this.
clearly in
Okay,
need of
let's
treatment.
forget I even
I'm
said
afraid
that.
it's
Okay,
out of your hands now,
just
Doctor.
push it back, rewind, pretend I never said that. Hold
Let's
on,
go,
wait. That.
Alfred.
Move on. This is getting weird now.
Ask the Vales. Ask her parents.
That was disturbing. Most improved patient. How? How is that the most improved patient? The Joker. That is not an improved patient. That is a sick man.
Arkham was actually Vicky
We need to
Vale
say an
this
Arkham for
entire
life.
time. And all the while she was working with Cobblepot to try and bring me down.
Those eyes bother me.
It's a good thing
He looks like he's been
to get you out so quickly.
he's been smoking for about he's either been smoking or he hasn't slept in a few days, and I can't tell what.
Even during
maybe
Batman's
sleep, not
brief
sleep deprived.
hiatus, Gotham has become that much
No, he
more
looks more sleep.
dangerous.
He looks a little sleep deprived.
Public opinion
And
of Bruce
beat.
Wayne.
He also looks
Well, it
like he's taking a couple
hasn't
punches to the
gotten
face.
any better.
I mean, he
Yeah,
was
well, that's
beating
why it's
the ever-loving crap out of Cobblepot, so yeah.
True, I suppose public opinion doesn't affect him much.
Excuse me, sorry.
Though, if the people protesting to have you thrown back in
I mean, if
Arkham
we,
get their way,
do I have to remind you of episode 2 and how that
camera
went
on
down?
things.
Oh boy, Harvey.
Hello, Harvey.
You should have stayed in the asylum where I put you.
What do you want, Harvey?
The streets of Gotham are a dangerous place
You didn't
for
answer my
someone
question.
like you right now.
Back off, I can handle myself. Armed goons won't help. Back off, Harvey.
But by then it'll be too late.
Just leave me the hell alone, Harvey. Trust me, it'll be easier for you in the long run.
I was doing you a favor, Bruce. If you want to get ugly, well, that can be arranged. Maybe you haven't heard, but the children of Arkham have gone underground. Obviously plotting some sort of attack, and people are scared, panicking. I needed to show them that my resolve hasn't weakened, that Gotham is still strong. So I gave them an enemy. You and your family's filthy corruption.
You're pathetic, this isn't you, keep me out of it.
Last thing I need is you traipsing around Gotham.
Harvey, how about we just agree to go our separate ways, all right?
You think you can just walk away from me? Just like that, after
Yes,
everything you've
it's
done?
actually not that hard.
Can't let you keep running.
By the way, I need to mention this. Last night, I officially fully beaten
Spare me your will of the
Tales from the Borderlands. I beat it last night. I went and fully played the story from episode 2 to 5. I did play up a little bit of episode 1. I went and completed it, and I gotta say, okay, it's actually really, really good. It's pretty good.
She doesn't belong to you, Harvey.
It was fantastic, actually. It was funny, it was dramatic, it made me care about characters. I think I had the perfect playthrough as well. There were no decisions I'm just killing myself over.
We're done talking.
I'm actually happy with every decision I made. I mean, there was one decision I wish I could have gone with, like, Fiona, not Sasha, but hey, under circumstances, I just feel like it's the right thing to do. I feel like I made the right choices, but yes, I played Tales of the Borderlands, and I finally like it. It is not that bad. I enjoyed it. Finally, I enjoyed it. Kept me guessing through the whole story. The story was amazing. I finally liked it. There we go. I finally found.
Open the trunk.
Found, okay? It is a good game.
We find
it's pretty
any
good.
The children of
I've got nothing to hide.
Drugs, weapons, or any other suspicious
You have a
materials.
warrant?
You will be taken.
It wasn't that confusing.
I know my goddamn rights, and you better have a warrant to back that up.
Don't need one.
Alright, I played Tales of the Borderlands. It is an amazing game. It keep me guessing about Handsome Jack, who I had a feeling was I had a feeling about him. I had a feeling he was trustworthy, and I was right. You know, in the end, I was right, and I tried to do the right thing a lot of the time in the game, and I did it. I felt proud of my decisions.
Maniac.
The hell?
And the complete Power Rangers boss battle by the end of the game. That's the best part.
Showing your face in public like this? Not real smart.
I am tired. I am hungry. I haven't showered in 3 days. I want to go home, and if you don't get the hell out of my way, I swear to God, I will have this car run you over and then back up again just to make sure it did the job.
Bruce.
Shut up, Alfred. I can handle this.
Someone else heard that, right? This psycho just
That
threatened
was
me.
still the most terrifying thing I think I've ever heard Batman say ever in a video game.
They should lock you
That,
up.
or I guess Bruce, not Batman.
Alfred, I'm sorry. I don't.
You'll be fine.
But yes, I did play Tales of the Borderlands. It was really good, and it kept me guessing. I couldn't predict the story. I actually couldn't predict it. And I'm proud. I like that I couldn't predict the story. Because in games I can usually figure stories out very quickly, and it can keep me guessing. It tried to keep me guessing.
To me and my boys to help us stay well funded.
And it kept, I can. It's just one of those things. I can figure out stories in video games very quickly. I can predict endings, and it does kind of suck having that little sixth sense of storyline. Like
Mayor's gonna hear about this. And it ain't
Spider-Man Miles Morales. I predicted everything in that game. It did hinder the experience a little bit.
This isn't the Batmobile.
Just do it, Alfred.
We're watching it anyway. I didn't play it myself. I just watched it, but it did. I figured the plot out just like that. Figured out who the main villain was. Figured out how it was gonna end. I knew that this was gonna I knew how it was gonna end the minute I opened it, pretty much, and it really disappointed me. But playing Tales of the Borderlands, a game from only a few years back, it was amazing. I mean, it is a good game. It's really funny. It's funny, and I like how what's better too is the comedic moments. I like how the comedic moments never felt like they just never overbear the story. It was told at just the right time. It's just everything about it was good. Although I'm pretty sure none of my choices really mattered in the end. I will admit that.
Everyone's in jail.
Well, maybe but there were a couple moments I'm like, did that choice matter? I mean, I'm wondering. Although I have a couple theories.
You don't need to worry about Harvey. I'll protect you from him.
Don't write checks you can't cash.
Kind of thing.
Don't you get it, Bruce?
Yeah, I was very proud of my decisions. And I think I made a really good decision keeping Felix alive and putting him on my team because I got me like $9 million out of the ordeal.
Yeah.
Even though I'm confused about the ending.
The night was a lot of fun.
Really confused about the ending. I still have no idea what it was about. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Way better than
dangerous.
It has way better ending than what's the game called? Game of Thrones. If you play Game of Thrones, Telltale,
I appreciate that.
it's one of the worst endings I've seen in a long time. It's so just that was it. Like that was it, really.
We got some
Yes, I had that
business
emotion
to take
feeling
care of.
too when I finished that game, but I was like, that was it? Wait, what? It was sequel bait? I was oh wow, it was sequel bait, but I'm like, what happened? The only way I know what happens is Borderlands 3, so I gotta go look up what actually happened and what the canon choices are and all that fun stuff. Although I think I made the right choices. Alright, I don't care if it's canon or not. I made the correct choices, alright? I rejected Hyperion and that was good. And also, but the only problem I have with that game is they killed Joe Swanson! That was the only problem with that game. They killed Joe Swanson! I know he doesn't have a real name, but his real name is Joe Swanson. They killed Joe Swanson in that game. How dare they? Because I was actually trying to make an alliance with him too. Because maybe, you know, trying to make amends with that guy. It broke my heart they killed Joe Swanson. How could they? Alright, well, let's wait for this to load up and, we'll talk about it later. Yep, there we go. Alright. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Batman Telltale. Batman Shadows Edition. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and for more videos just like this one. And I think what I'm going to do after Batman wraps up is Tales of the Borderlands. Because I really enjoyed that game. It was very funny. There's no choices I regret. And that's the best part. There's no decisions I feel like, oh, I wish I made that decision. Instead of, there's no choices. I just went, oh man, I should have done this, should have done that. I'm like, no, I'm happy. I made a decision. It's the first time I felt like I actually had like a perfect playthrough. I like the perfect playthrough. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Or maybe I did make that one choice where I'm like, wish I didn't do that, but it didn't kill me later on. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for more videos just like this one. And I will get the polls up for episode 5 to sometime maybe today or tomorrow. I don't know yet. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.